Well, I didn't sleep at all last night, which means that I got a burst of energy around, I don't know, 9 a.m., 10? So I decided to do something to the car. But I didn't film it or record it or anything because that makes perfect sense, right? I mean, why have a YouTube channel if you're not going to do it? So I sanded all the rust crap off my roof, and that was quite the fun process. A lot of chipping occurred as well, which I guess is just as well, because I mean it's not like you know, that paint would have been good anyway, so it just kind of chipped off, which is fine. So did a lot of sanding, got rid of all of the rust on the roof, and here in a minute I'm going to go out to O'Reilly's and buy some white paint that's supposed to match. Oof, I did it again. Supposed to match the Ford white, and I'm gonna put a few coats on there and then put some clear coat on as well. So yeah, and I was also thinking about getting some Plasti-Dep and just kind of spraying over the black, spraying over the white, the little white patches that are open and viewable like this, so it doesn't look so awful between now and when I can actually get paint on it. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen today. And my Civic is still here, still haven't sold it yet, but coincidentally I also haven't uploaded the video on it yet, so I'll have to do that at some point soon. But just a little video real quick. I'll probably show the after product, or maybe I'll start filming while I'm doing it too, so I can actually make a legitimate video out of this instead of just a mini update. But yep, that's what's going on.
Cue the Ghetto intro.
Alright, so that is with 3 coats of this Duplicolor wannabe Plasti-Dep. That's 1 coat, looks awful. And that's 1 coat, doesn't look as awful, but it kinda looks like it wants to be the state of Massachusetts. And then over here, I just did 1 quick spritz of the white enamel, and you can see it's nowhere near the right shade, and it doesn't really cover that up too well either. But it's mostly because I haven't done any prep work. I just sprayed it on the door to see what would happen. Yeah, so this, on the other hand, that I will be doing quote-unquote professionally, and by that I mean I'm gonna actually like prime it, sand it, prime it, sand it, and sand it again, and then paint. Excuse me? So yeah, and then apply like 4 coats or something, so that'll look legit. But these little touch-ups that I'm doing, whatever, dude, honestly. It was too cold, but it's one of those awkward seasons where you can be perfectly fine with wearing a white t-shirt and jeans, but paint's not gonna dry. It's so annoying. Chemicals in this product are known to the state of California to cause cancer. So here I am heating it up in my enclosed workspace and smelling it, and I've got a mask on. Let me tell you, kind of sucks. Yeah, some more of this. Trying to try these last chips. See, you can't even hardly see them on camera. That could just be because it's getting dark and my phone is terrible quality, but I mean, okay, well, alright. Yeah, behave. Okay, yeah, sure, why not? I mean, you can kind of tell if you know what you're looking for. You can't hear because that's just the way the lighting is and the phone is, but even back there is nice and fixed, but, Yeah, I fixed a little mark on the fender and on the door there, and these doors are kind of nick-free except for there, which I think they're just scrapes, so I can probably just use rubbing compound and get that off. But I'm gonna have to stop for today because it's getting dark and cold, even more so than earlier. So that's gonna be enough for one night, and hopefully this will all cure up and be nice. So tomorrow rolls around and this whole side will be flawless. But yeah. Well, a few days have passed. A lot of complicated things have been occurring, and I haven't been able to do any painting. Also, it's been super cold. But this is all sanded down, properly prepped. I'm going to put maybe 2 coats, maybe 3 of this Rust-Oleum on there. That's gray. I would have used my black primer, but I'm almost out, and also it's very hard to paint white over black. So that's what's gonna happen. And then after that, I don't know where I put it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so after that, I've got Duplicolor Oxford White. Focus, please. Okay, that works. Oxford White original Ford color that matches the car. And I'm maybe gonna do 4 coats, and then I'll do 2 or 3 coats of this clear coat, 2K. I would have gotten 4K, but I didn't want to wait, and the weather's going to get colder and colder, and, you know, whatever. But that's what's next for right now. Well, I'm going to be quite honest, I'm a little pissed at how this has turned out. Because, I mean, it's very obvious that the quote-unquote Oxford White, that is the same color as what came on the car, does not match. And I did use a clear coat on this, so there wouldn't be any damage or anything, but you can very, very clearly see that it is not the right tone nor the right sheen. And over here, it's like, it's just not. And trying to repair the mess on the door, you can very much see where the new paint is, and it just doesn't match up, and it looks terrible. So, I'm not gonna lie, a little pissed off right now. But at least the black parts came out okay, so there's that. But I mean, from a distance, it's fine, probably. So, I don't know. It's one of those things. But I'm very much looking forward to getting legit paint on this thing. Because this isn't going to work. I'm very annoyed. This was like a span of like a week. Because weather and other things. So, a little annoyed. But I mean, it's as good as it's gonna get, probably. Because, you know, apparently clear coat doesn't help. And the paint that I bought, first of all, that enamel that I bought doesn't work very well. It's completely wrong. It's even like more like an eggshell. But then again, this turned out to be kind of an eggshell too. So I was probably better off just using that. But whatever. This will have to do. This is what I'm just going to go with. And it looks better than it did before. It just doesn't look good. But if I was striving for perfection, I would be getting this professionally painted right now. But then again, I don't have any money to do that. So, but I will assure you, once that car is sold, one of the first things I'm going to worry about is this car's paint. So, don't you worry. But, yeah, whatever. It's something. So, yeah, me too.